This is Ndtv. And you're watching Ndtv Hindu.
Hello and welcome to Off the Record with me, Divya Singaravelu. Today, our guest on the show is a popular actor riding high on the success of his current film, Ponnar Shankar. So Prashanth, welcome to the show.
Hi, and to all the viewers out there, very big hi.
First of all, it's very good to see you after 5 years, back in the screen. If you notice, 2006 was your last release. So what were you doing in the last 5 years?
Incidentally, we started off with this project called Ponnar Shankar, as everyone knows about it. It's just that it's been more than 40 years since a good period film has been made. And going on these lines of this movie, we wanted to make something which is as equivalent to a Gladiator or Troy. Because always people say, okay, make movies in India. India is the second largest movie making industry in the world, and still we're not able to give movie which is in par with all the Hollywood or other contemporaries abroad. So taking that into consideration, and also want to do something which is people will go crazy. We want to do something on the historical lines. So once we got into that, the next thing is how different can we make it, how interesting can we make it, and how in one short word how can we blow people's minds away. All right. So getting into that into that kind of atmosphere, and setting up the ambience, setting up the costumes, the sets. So this took a lot of time.
Correct. In fact, I remember talking to you just a few days ago, and there was this rumor going around saying that the project was stalled quite a while. But you had corrected me saying that was not true. And given that it was a historical epic film, and given that there was a lot of research involved, the research itself took about a year and a half. And for getting all the actors, we had a lot of noted people like Kushbu and Prakash Raj, a lot of people playing small roles, right? To get everybody, a star cast like that, an ensemble star cast like that into the picture must have been quite a task. So could you clarify why it, to people that think that it was, that the project was, stalled a bit? Can you clarify to them, saying
because
why?
Because already you're given the answer in your question itself. Like you rightly said, in fact, when we started this project, it took us a year and a half to get into the mood, like I was talking about the costume and sets and all that. And apart from that, again, my dad, who's he's a person who likes everything to be perfect. So even being small roles, he wanted the best of star cast for it, the best of artists for it. Even it's a very small, which comes only for a maximum of let's say 15 seconds or 20 seconds in the movie. Even those people, he wanted somebody who can be a star who's of a great value. So what it does, it brings a lot of emotion into the scene. It brings a lot more punch into the scene when a better actor does it. And getting all these people together and getting the sets together, and Dad doesn't build sets. He builds, for example, if he wants a temple, he builds a temple.
Okay.
And these and so many other factors, it took its own time. And we never started this project saying that, okay, we have to start this project now, we're going to start this project now, and let us complete this in a set time. No. When we started this project, everyone came, most of my well-wishers, all the big people in the industry, they came up to me and said, are you crazy? You know how big this project is. You guys are you're touching something which is like bigger than Mount Everest. Can you climb it? Can you complete the project? So we just started off and said we are starting this. We're not looking at when we're going to complete, how we're going to complete. That's not the issue. The issue is we are starting something different. We're doing something which no one has attempted before, and we are taking that path which is dangerous. Yes, we know it's dangerous, but we like to do that.
But how difficult was it convincing all these people, because they're all stellar people in their own right, and to convince them to play a very small cameo appearance? Was it very challenging for you?
Everything, right from the word go when it comes to this project, people had their apprehensions of how this movie is going to be, or how it's going to turn out, because the earlier movies were not up to the mark. So people who were involved in this project, they had their own reservations. But once they started, hearing us out, and once they started coming on the set, then they realized, okay, these guys are doing something different. These guys mean business. They are doing something which no one has attempted before. So that got them into the groove. And the best part is all this, setting up the stars and setting up the sets and getting everything organized and getting it done. This took time, and we and no one knew where we were shooting, what we were doing, because we never wanted this to be kind of we don't know, since we didn't know when the project is going to get over. We didn't want people to know, okay, there's a movie happening.
Okay.
We wanted to be the kind of surprise.
Okay.
And so what happened was, once we started rolling on the floors, you know, everything took time. The sets at times were not completed. You know, most of the sets are big, so they took their own time. And let's say, for example, we would ask the art director, okay, when are you going to complete the set? He'll say, okay, give me 25 days. So after 25 days, we would have booked all the artists. But the set would not be completed by then. It would take another 3 weeks after that. So again, I would lose out all the artist dates. So, and every artist is huge on their, you know, on their own scale. All busy stars. So getting them back together, I would lose another 2 months.
Okay.
So like this, you know, one thing or the other, we had so many other, you know, logistic nightmares. For example, we are shooting a war sequence where we are shooting around with 30,000 soldiers and 3,000 horses and all that. It was moving.
Must have been fun.
Oh, it was fun because when you look at it in the, you know, from a bird's eye point of view, imagine minimum around 400 vehicles traveling like a convoy, like an army convoy, moving a small town, getting to one location, and each location is remote. And you know, it's a logistic nightmare where you have to, you know, feed them and board them, you know, say finding places for them to sleep, and next day morning assembling them onto the location and getting the work done. It was big and huge. But all this translated right now into the movie, where people looking at it saying, wow,
Okay.
you know, we didn't expect this, including the stars who acted in the movie. The technicians were part of this movie. They said, okay, we knew something is happening, we know something is going on, but we didn't expect this.
Okay.
And what I like is, like, you know, people getting bowled over when they come out of the movie, they think, wow,
Okay.
you know, this is something so different, so we never expected this. And today people are looking up and saying, you know, we have got a movie which is on par with any of the Hollywood films. So, you know, I feel very proud that we started something big and we did something great.
I was very curious to ask you this question. Everybody in your movie, but for two people, were established South Indian stars. The two
Okay.
people that I'm talking about are the leading ladies,
Alright.
Pooja Chopra and Divya Parameshwaran. Why did you go for somebody new, and why do you go for somebody who is not an established name in the South?
For the sole reason is because Ponan and Shankar are twins, all right? And the opposite pairs are also sisters. So we need someone who looked like sisters, you know, when you see them, they should be believable, okay, they are sisters. At the same time, we wanted two beautiful people, and since everyone is busy, and we know, if you suppose let me be frank, if I'm casting Shreya and if I'm casting Anushka, it wouldn't gel. Or if I'm casting Ileana, I'm casting Trisha, you know, it wouldn't gel. So we were looking at a lot of people, a lot of options, and then we had to, we screened nearly around 60,000 girls, to be very frank.
Okay.
We went to auditioning them in Bangalore, you know, Hyderabad, we went to Delhi, Bombay, we went to Cochin. And in fact, we shot with 3 pairs. We shot with 3 girls, 3 pairs of girls, and it didn't turn out well, and we replaced them.
Okay.
So that is what my dad is. He's such a perfectionist. He doesn't mind. Okay, fine. You know, it's a huge project and all that, but still, he wanted everything to be perfect. And
But why did you go for Bombay girls?
It's not
Why
Bombay.
didn't you-
Divya Parmeshwaran is from Mailaduthurai, Tamil Nadu. Okay.
But she's settled in Bombay.
Okay, so
much so to make her a Bombay
so Jairam
girl,
is
and Pooja
Jairam is
Chopra
here.
herself
Jairam
from
is here,
Pune.
and you know, Jairam is in here, and he's also in Kerala. If you take Sneha, half the time she's in Hyderabad. Come on, yeah, it's geography doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. So how did it feel? I mean, initially I heard that you approached Aishwarya Rai and Deepika Padukone to play the leading ladies,
Right.
and they did not, take up the project. And also there was this. Initially, you had approached A.R. Rahman to do the music,
Right.
and he couldn't take up the project, and it
Right.
went to Ilayaraja.
Right.
So at the beginning stages of the project, did you feel a little let down that a lot of people are turning away this project?
Now, where did you get to hear that they turned away the project?
No, I'm just asking. They did not take it up, right? So.
It's not a matter of taking up, yeah. We approach people. The dates has to, you have to, like, for
Okay.
example, such a huge project. And when you're asking them, for example, you don't know when the project is getting over. So when someone asks for a committed date, and we tell them this is huge, this is different, will you be able to do it? And we ourselves know. See, I'm an actor, and also, my dad is a director and a producer, and I'm an actor too. So we know what is about commitment dates and all that.
Okay, okay.
So these people have been fair enough saying that, this is what it is. It's taking such a long time. What do you do?
Okay.
When we asked them, can you be committed? They said, I don't think we can be committed. So it doesn't work.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't work. Why do you have to get somebody on board when
If it's not going to
if
work
you're not
out.
going to work on both sides? So when we are, in fact, everyone was gung ho about the project when it started. They liked what they heard. They liked what we did because we did a lot of previews. And end of the day, today, when people look at the project and say, no, shucks, I wish I was part of the project.
Okay.
Okay, that's how it is. So it's not it's not the only film. It's film happens when you like the subject, and sometimes dates they don't go well. So it doesn't matter.
So I remember you telling me that this was a 40 crore project. Do you think?
When did I say that?
Last year when we were syncing up, I remember that you had said that this is a multi-crore project.
Yeah, so I would have mentioned multi-crore. I didn't say 40 because
crore.
we never know how much.
So
we
how much was the bill at the end of the movie?
Well, to be very frank, just an actor. I don't get in the production side.
Oh, okay, okay. But I do know. I have an indication of how much it was. But do you think it was a well-made investment?
Of course it is. When you look at it from a project point of view, a project has to do two things. It has to get your revenue back. And has to be spoken about, because at the end of the day, so much of energy has been spent. Everybody's worked so hard on that. And today, when I'm sitting right in front of you and appreciating, people appreciating and saying it's good and it's a great job and we love the movie and everything's so big about the brand about the movie. That's what you tend to look at. These are the things that you look at from audience point of view, when they look back on the project and say they appreciate it. This is how they say, So this is what any movie or any director, any producer would aim for.
Okay. So thank you so much for that. And a little known fact about him is that he is keenly involved in the marketing strategy of his movies. So let's ask him about that after this break.